What if Nikon just quietly set a trap for every vlogger and creator under $1,000? Today we're digging into the Z30 II leaks, why stores emptied out, which specs could rewrite the budget camera rulebook, and whether you should pre-order, upgrade, or walk away. I'll break down the believable stuff, the wishful thinking, and my best guess on timing and price. Stick around until the end. The part about IBIS and whether you can skip a gimbal might save you a few $100s. Here's the short list people are buzzing about. A stacked 26-megapixel APS-C backside illuminated sensor, Nikon's EXPEED 7 processor, full-frame style Z9 autofocus ported down to a compact body, 4K oversampled from 6K, 4K at 120 frames per second in crop mode, and a 5-axis IBIS system claiming 7.5 to 8 stops. Add 10-bit N-Log, brighter 3.2-inch fully articulating touchscreen, USB-C with power delivery, better battery life on the ENEL27, and a target price around $850 to $899. If half of that lands, this is a statement product. Cameras do not evaporate from shelves for nothing. Nikon's quiet clearance and refurbished discounts look a lot like classic pre-launch behavior. Combine that with independent Weibo leaks naming model code N2214, supply chain chatter about stacked sensors, and patent filings from earlier in the year, and you get a consistent pattern. When multiple independent sources triangulate the same details, this is rarely coincidence. Nikon seems to be clearing inventory to make space for a meaningful refresh. Which leaks are plausible and which feel like wishful thinking? The EXPEED 7 and stacked sensor appear in too many places to be fabricated. That explains the promise of minimal rolling shutter and cleaner readouts for motion-heavy shooting. Z9-derived autofocus also reads true. Nikon has been scaling its AI across the lineup. The wildcards are the exact IBIS performance numbers and internal PRORES or 12-bit RAW claims. Engineering those into a sub-$1,000 body is hard but not impossible. My gut says IBIS will be real, likely excellent, but the headline 8 stops might be optimistic. This camera matters on 5 fronts. First, IBIS that reduces gimbal dependence changes travel and run and gun workflows. Second, stacked sensor plus 4K 120 gives creative slow motion without external rigs. Third, Z9-style autofocus democratizes reliable subject tracking for solo creators. Fourth, EXPEED 7 opens up computational possibilities previously reserved for higher-tier bodies. Fifth, price to performance could make competitors scramble. If you're a vlogger, travel filmmaker, or hybrid creator, this could be the most useful camera Nikon has launched in years. Timing looks like early 2026 with CP Plus or CES as logical reveal stages and shipping in the spring. Price whispers sit around $850 to $899. So should you wait or buy? If you need a camera today and the Z30 covers your needs, keep shooting. If you can hold off a few months and what you do relies on stabilization or high frame rate internal capture, waiting could pay off big. Trust me on this one, don't make the decision based on hype. Decide based on what you shoot and whether IBIS and stacked sensor tech will actually change your workflow. So which headline excites you most? IBIS that kills the gimbal, 4K at 120, or Z9 level autofocus in a tiny body? Drop your pick in the comments and tell me why. What if the Nikon Z8 got a proper glow-up instead of just a firmware patch? Today we're digging into the leaks about the rumored Z8 II and why this could be the upgrade Nikon needs in 2025. I'll walk you through the biggest rumored headlines, the real-world problems they aim to fix, and, most important, whether you should buy the current Z8 now or wait for the sequel. Stick around because the biggest rumor Unlimited 8K at 60 frames per second without overheating might be a game changer, and I'll explain exactly why that matters. Let's start with the big-ticket items. Rumor mills point to 8K at 60 pence with much better thermal handling, internal 12-bit and RAW codecs, and ProRes RAW HQ support. Filmmakers could get cinema-grade color and flexibility from a compact body without external recorders. There's also talk of the same stacked 45.7 megapixel sensor refined for faster readouts and lower noise rather than a massive megapixel jump. Think smarter, not just bigger. Oh, and bursts. Expect possible 30 frames per second RAW burst with full autofocus and exposure tracking. That's sports camera energy in a hybrid package. Why does 8K at 60p matter beyond the headline? For creators, it's future-proofing and creative freedom. Slow motion, heavy cropping, reframing in post, or delivering high resolution for streaming all benefit. Heat is the historical Achilles heel here. If Nikon truly solves thermals so long takes are possible without external cooling, the Z30 II moves from a fantastic B camera to a potential main camera for many shooters. Also, upgraded codecs and internal RAW unlock faster color pipelines and less dependency on external recorders, which simplifies production and cuts costs. Autofocus rumors are juicy. Expect upgraded 3D tracking plus AI-driven subject learning that improves eye detection for humans, animals, and even vehicles. In plain terms, this could close the gap with class-leading competitors in subject acquisition and tracking reliability. Combine that with faster readout and burst rates, and the Z30 II could be equally at home on the football pitch and on a documentary set. Pre-burst capture mode is another small but massive improvement. No more missed decisive moments because the camera was a fraction late. Nikon fans asked for usable improvements, not gimmicks. Rumors include a deeper grip for better telephoto handling, an EVF maybe matching the Z9S resolution, an LCD optimized for sunlight, and better weather sealing, possibly using lighter composite materials. Battery life and dual card options are also areas Nikon is rumored to address. These are the kinds of practical changes that turn an already great camera into a reliable workhorse for pros who depend on it day after day. If you need a proven hybrid now, the current Z8 is still a brilliant choice, and prices are friendlier than launch. If you do heavy long-form 8K or need the absolute best autofocus and burst speed for pro sports or wildlife, and you can wait, the Z30 II rumors suggest it will be worth holding out for. My take, if your workflow is already constrained by overheating or you need internal 12-bit RAW today, wait. If not, buy the Z8, upgrade lenses, and sleep easy knowing you made a smart choice. So what do you think? Would 8K at 60 pence and better thermals change your shooting game? Or is this just incremental hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what feature you want the most. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future leaks and hands-on takes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.